Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business, no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. So please remember that Notary Educators LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Now sit back and watch Kimmi and crew, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
So I've had incidences where I've had to re-notarize a document for a client because he used another notary, okay? And they didn't know what they were doing, so I cannot take it to the Secretary of State and say, well, that notary messed up, I still need this document apostille. That's not how it works. At the Secretary of State, that's what they're checking for, is the notarial part to make sure it's correct. Okay, so I hope you might have to go back and rewatch this, but you have to have the notarization part correct, or the apostille is not going to happen. Period. And that's another thing I dislike about apostilles. It's not just me doing my work. I got to check the other notary work, and if that other notary's work is not correct, then now we got another problem. Okay, that can stall the process too. And now I have to be the one to tell the client, oops, sorry, the other notary messed up, so we got to see how we can fix this. Okay, so it happens all day long. It happens in regular notary work. It happens in apostilles too. So you have to be a great notary before you do anything. And that's why I'm big on what I teach over here is not sexy. I teach marketing. I have a whole marketing course now, proud to say, that's in the mentorship program, okay? However, what I teach about basic notarizations, most people don't touch it because it's not sexy. Sexy is marketing. Ooh, you can make 6 figures. Yeah, you can. Do I? No, I don't. Can you? Yes, you can if you want to do the work, okay? And I don't want to work 5 in the morning till midnight. But if you don't mind doing that, can you make $300 a day? Probably easily, yeah. That's a few jobs. I just don't do all that, okay? But I digress. So we're not talking about 6 figures, but I'm just saying you don't have to. What I teach is not, oh, you can make 6 figures and I'm flashing money and flashing Mercedes and flashing trips and all that. I don't do all that. What I teach is you to learn the business, to be a great notary. You will make your money and you will be successful. Okay? That's it. That's all I got. Now, you can get all the other stuff, but you got to put the work in, okay? Let's see what else we got. Terry J says, I'll just send them to you. Yes, to Terry J's point, you can. If you have an apostille client, listen to me. Listen, if you have an apostille client and you don't want to do it, yes, you can send it to me at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I will split the referral with you, give you a finder's fee based on everything after I do the final calculations and everything. Yes, you can send me your apostille work until you are ready. Okay, so that could be a stream of income for you too. You send it to me, I do the processing, and I will give you a referral fee. Okay, notaryeducatorsllc.com. Now, my preferred method is for you to learn how to do them yourself. Okay, now you can self-teach. I have about, I don't know, 8 to 10 videos here on the channel, or you can do the simplified method and take my Master Apostilles course. Okay. So, but yeah, you can send them to me. So I know you probably was joking, but I'm real. That's real talk. Because if I get something I don't want to do, I send it to Angela, send it to Alexis. I'm like, I don't even feel like being bothered with this. Just give me a little cut. Okay. Jetty So High says, is becoming a mobile notary a good business in Georgia? It's going to be what you make it, Jetty So High. It's going to be what you make it. So I've been able to be a mobile notary now for almost 6 years. Almost 6. When I started, I was really part-time. Then I went full-time. I left my hospital job. I did start during COVID. So at that time, signings were popping like crazy. They still are. I'm just a little bit more selective in what I do. But by you being newer, you may take some of those jobs that I don't do anymore For example, I don't drive a lot to Atlanta. I'm in Georgia. I don't prefer to drive to Atlanta. I try to stay closer to my home. So if you don't mind driving further, I've taken jobs as far as 2 hours away when I first got started. Will I do it now? Sure. I'll hop in that car. Me and my husband will go do a 2 hour job, 2 hour distance job. If they're paying me, I'm driving there. Okay. But sometimes I don't go to Atlanta. I don't like to go to Alpharetta. So it's a lot of things I don't like to do. I don't like to start at 7 o'clock. I'm more a late person. So that's why I always say there's room for you in the business. It's going to be when you make it. And my notaries in my mentorship program are doing great. And they will let you know. It takes some time. It don't happen overnight. You know, I'm not even going to act like it happens in 1 month. It's going to take you probably at least a good couple months to learn the business. Your states typically give you a commission and they say, go do you. Right? But that's not how this business works. That's not how any business works. In order to be a pro at what you do, that's why my course is called Notarize Like a Pro. In order to notarize like a pro, you have to know certain things. Your state are going to give you a few little basics, but it's not going to be what you need. I give you real life, practical. You can implement it tomorrow and start doing your business, okay? So it's going to be what you put into it. So my answer is going to be yes, you can start a mobile business in Georgia. Check out my book, Start Your Notary Business in the State of Georgia. And it's going to give you like step-by-step how to do it until you're ready for mentorship and give you a nice overview of the business, okay? I love that book. It comes in ebook or it comes in paperback, either one. Shara Loren says, right, got it, thanks, you. Thank you, I overthink, so I'm just, hold on, the comments coming in kind of fast, wait a minute. Got it, thanks. Thank you. I overthink, so I'm just thinking about if there's multiple documents and they're originating from different states, etc. It seems complicated, but not impossible. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Shara Loren. You're right. So, for example, I have a client and she still hasn't called me back yet because she got to do a little work. And this is the other thing I don't like about Apostilles, real talk, is I ask for all my money typically up front. Sometimes I'll take half and then the other half when they pick up the job because it costs a lot, right? So I'll be like, just give me the whole $800 right now. So sometimes I'll say, you can give me $5 today and $3 when you pick it up, okay? That's not some people's preference. Some people want all their money straight up front. The reason I do that is because sometimes you have a little trust factor. They like, are you really going to get my documents back? So I try to make sure I collect enough where even if they change their mind, they might come back and say, you know what, I don't want to get those documents done anymore. Excuse me? So I make sure I make enough where if they do change their mind, it's not a big deal. But so I always make sure I include my shipping prices where I can collect that up front. I'm never going to ship someone's documents for free. I'm never going to pay another notary for them without them paying for it. Certain things I'm just never going to do. I hear horror stories out there that people are even, and I was in one Facebook group and they're paying a notary to do like their courier service and to do their apostilles, and they didn't pay them. A fellow notary didn't pay. Didn't do the job. And I was like, what are you talking about? So anything I do, I'm not paying you up front, not till you deliver, okay? So that's why sometimes with my clients, I'm okay with taking half or the majority of it, and then they can pay the rest later. Because they might change their mind, like I said. But back to this client really quick and to answer Sheree Lauren's question. With the apostilles in different states. So, for example, I have a lady right now. She has to get back with me because she needs to get me some certified copies of some documents, right? So she got married in New York. So that's one state, right? She was born in New York. So that's one document, her birth certificate. She got married in Georgia, right? So that's 2. And she went to school in Florida. So we got 3 states involved. 3 states. So to your point, that is very time consuming. So that's 3 different states. Now, where did I say I live at, guys? I'm in Georgia. So you see, you can do all 50 states. You just need to know how to do them. So this particular job, am I a little anxious about it? I am, because I'm like, anytime somebody tell me New York, anything, or California, I'll automatically go, oh my God, I got to send it to New York. Here we go. New York, love y'all, but you know, the process is different up there, okay? California, I love me some Californian people. I got some in my group, okay? But California, again, is just different in how they roll. And everybody know that.